Welcome back. In this video we're going to take a look at number problems. So for number problems, essentially what you have to do is you have to read the sentence, and then you have to create the expression or equation needed to solve, and then figure out what the missing piece is from your equation. So first things first, you need to know that for these types of problems, you would choose a variable wherever you see the phrase a number appear. The other thing you need to do is you need to watch out for your operations. So for example, if you see the word more, then we're talking about addition. If you see something like the word less, that means subtraction. Than means switch your order. It means whatever just was written first ends up being goes last in your equation, and whatever came last goes first. Okay, so switch them up. So what I just wanted to do is I wanted to run through a bunch of different examples of number problems, showing you how to take that sentence and rewrite it in terms of an equation and then finally solve. So we have 15 decreased by twice a number is 27. So we need to break this apart. So when we're talking about decreased by, we're talking about subtraction. When we're talking about a number, this would be your variable. Okay. When we're talking about the word is, this is your equal sign. Okay. When we talk about twice, this means times 2. And then of course everything else is the same. So we have to be able to rewrite this. So we have 15, so 15 decreased by subtraction twice, so this is 2, a variable. Most students choose X, but remember there's 26 letters in the alphabet, so feel free to have fun. And then it says is, that means equals, and then 27. Okay? So we have taken our English sentence and we have rewritten it in terms of an equation. So now all you have to do is solve. So to solve says, first I need to take this 15 and I need to move it over to the other side by subtraction. So we're going to do 27 minus 15. So we're going to get that negative 2x is equal to 12. And then I need to divide everything by the negative 2. So we get that x equals negative 6. Okay? So again, first we had to write our equation, then we have to solve for the number. Okay? Alright, let's look at another one here. So here I have 3 times the sum of a number and 4 is equal to negative 9. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So first and foremost, I have the sum of, and then it says a number and 4. So this actually means parentheses, and it means to basically it means to add, addition. Okay. Here we have 3 times. So again, this is going to be 3 and then multiply. We have also the is equal to. Again, this is going to be your equal sign. So that being said, let's set it up. So I have 3 times. So 3 times, and I need to open my parentheses. And I have the sum of a number, so x plus 4 is equal to -9. So now, of course, all I have to do is solve. The easiest thing to do is going to be to divide both sides by 3. So we get that x plus 4 equals -3. And then I need to take this 4 and I need to move it. Since it is positive, I have to subtract. And so here you're going to end up with x equals -7. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at another one. If the difference between a number and 21 is divided by 2, the result is 4 times the number. So this one's got a little bit more to it. So let's break it apart. First of all, I have the difference between a number and 21. So when we look at that, this is going to be subtraction. Now the other thing that we have is we have obviously divided by 2 means division. When we talk about the result is, this is your equal sign. And then last, when we have times here, again, this means multiply. So let's try and see if we can put this together. So I have the difference between a number and 21. So that is going to be x minus 21 is divided by 2. So that whole thing is divided by 2. And then it says the result is, so equal sign, 4 times the number. So when we're talking about the number is referring back to the original number of our problem, that those are the same thing. So this would then be 4x. In other words, you use the same variable twice. So now we need to solve. So to do that, the first thing we need to do is we need to multiply both sides by 2. So we have x minus 21 is equal to 8x. I'm going to take this x and I'm going to move it to keep my variables positive. Since the x is positive, to move it says I have to subtract. So that is going to tell me that negative 21 is equal to a 7x. I need to divide both sides by 7. So I get that negative 3 equals x. And this was my result. Alright, last but not least, I have twice the difference between a number and 10. So, twice is essentially 2 times. And then I have the difference between a number and 10. So again, remember, that means that we have to subtract. Then we have is equal to, so right here is your equal sign. And then I have 6 times the number. So 6 times is just as it says, 6 times. The number, again, is referring back to the same number here. This is the exact same thing. And then I have plus 16. So when we're looking at it, we have twice, so 2. The difference between a number and 10 is equal to 6 times the number plus 16. So the first thing I would do is divide all parts by 2. So here this leaves us with x minus 10 is equal to 3x plus 8. I would take this x and I would move it. Since it is positive, to move it says I need to subtract. So you're going to get that negative 10 is equal to 3x minus x is a 2x plus 8. I'm going to then take my 8 here and I'm going to move it. Again, because it's positive, I have to subtract. Negative 10 minus 8 gives me a negative 18 equals a 2x. Divide everything by 2 and we get that negative 9 equals x. And here is your result. So that is everything that you would need to know to get you started on being able to complete and answer number problems. So remember, read it step by step, piece by piece. Pay attention to what is being said and how it is being said. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, especially with these problems, remember to smile, relax, and I'll see you next time.